Okay, my little pickles, my turtles, and my snowflakes. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. And here's a couple of words for you to be thinking about: simplicity and clarity. What gifts they can be when it happens. A lot of us enter into the keto program and really aren't quite sure what we're doing. It's just we've heard so much about how many pounds have been lost and how, people are just like shouting from the rooftop all of their successes. And so it's like, hey, I want some of that too. So we hop in. We're not quite sure what we're doing, but if you've given up grains and sugars, that's a really good place to be. I don't think that we give ourselves credit enough to think that, like, after all those decades of grains and sugars and standard American diet, and buying things in boxes in the middle aisles and cooking them up and adding sauce to them, or other ingredients like, the seed oils or anything like that. It's just absolutely amazing that we've given up those things. But we can go as deep as we need to go. And for a lot of you, you choose to go deep. The clarity and the simplicity sometimes comes as a gift. Sometimes we just get a little too complicated. I just heard from a young woman who heard me early on talking about total carbs, not net. And so no matter what she's done on her journey, she has kept her carbs to under 20 total. And it's really served her well. And her almost 75-year-old mother has done the same. And she has lost 50 pounds. She doesn't even have a scale, but the woman says her clothes are falling off her mom. How sweet. Can you imagine that body saying, thank you, after all those years of junk and CRAP? So give yourselves credit just for the starting point of keto. The simplicity and the clarity come further down the line. And I noticed that sometimes if you're older, or you're an older soul, as this person said she has, you get that simplicity really does kind of work best. Doesn't mean you have to give up all your favorites. It doesn't mean that, there's deprivation involved in your keto under 20. What it means is that you just stop, making everything into an award-winning, 5 grams of this, 10 grams of that, because it gets overwhelming, and it gets almost silly in the idea of, departing or not embracing, like a 6-ounce burger that you cook up 80-20, 20, 80% protein, 20% fat, or something like that, with a little side salad. I put cottage cheese on mine. You could add macadamia nut oil, evu, flaxseed oil. What other oils? Well, you don't want to add coconut oil, but you can add some lovely oils. I'm not a vinegar person, but of course, most people are. You can just make that into a lovely little side dish and just eat slow. You don't have to get fancy Nancy with it. Some people might put a slice of some sort of full-fat cheese on it. Other people might like a side of sour cream. Other people might like a side of full-fat cream cheese next to it. And that can be your meal. Very simple. Some people put like a pat of butter on top of the burger and just let that kind of be the sauce that they can kind of sop up. There's many different ways that we can do it, but really simple, and grabbing the good healthy fats from either the little salad or the fatty meat can be as simple as that is. Now, some people do one meal a day. That would be me. And I would have that, and I would be totally satiated. I would probably use 2 tablespoons of my oils, 1 evu, 1 macadamia nut oil, maybe 40 to 60 grams of cottage cheese, 50 grams of the lettuce that I choose. I aim for the lowest carb lettuce. And I know that sounds silly, but if you ever did do a little study of the carbs in lettuces, you might be surprised. So if you shop around, you'll find a low carb one. I aim for the baby butter lettuce. I find it with Olivia's. I find it sometimes with the Stop and Shop brand. I also find it with the Organic Girl brand that they carry at Whole Foods. And they're all pretty much $3.99 for the box unless they're on sale, and then they go down to $3.49. But 50 grams of that, that'll last you 4 or 5 days, easy. And then I add the cottage cheese to it that wets up the lettuces some, adds more protein, adds a little bit more fat to my food plan, and I'm happy. And so keeping it simple is just such a gift. And knowing that you choose to keep it simple, like for me, you'll see it all the time. That same little salad and a pork chop. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's my one meal a day. I saute the pork chop in coconut oil, organic, unrefined. Doesn't get better than that. And then I pour the coconut oil on top of the pork chop. So I've got my little fiesta dish, this big, with my 5 to 7 ounce pork chop, and I've got my side salad, and I take my time eating. I savor every bite. I savor every bite of the savory meal. I'm not addicted to sweet anymore because I gave up sugars and grains, and I never I would never keto-fi today. I did keto-fi in the beginning. I don't know why. It's because everybody else was. And I was watching all these kitschy keto type videos where everybody was into graphics and this is how I cook and fancy and, fun. And you can have this dessert type thing or this bread type thing keto-fied. And at first I fell for it and then I fell away from it. So that's not in my wheelhouse anymore. What's in my wheelhouse is just my small, simple salad and then my small portion of meat, except today. Today is a special fun kind of day, and I had fun putting it together. So here we go. This is my chronometer, and they have free versions as well as versions that are like $36 a year, 75 cents a week. And if you're one of my clients, this is where you learn to track, weigh, and measure along with me. And I have permission to dive into your chronometer and see what you're having. And we talk about shaving and tweaking. Who knew, right? You think it's a face thing with the plucking the hairs? No, it's not that kind of tweaking. So today, these are my macros. I am having 1,318 calories. My protein is 44 grams. My carbs are 3.9. You got it. Whole carbs, total carbs, 3.9, and my fats are 127.4. And what am I having today? Well, it's kind of a fun day. I am having, instead of that piece of meat like that pork chop or that burger or that filet mignon with a salad, I'm having an abbreviated salad with a 2 jumbo egg Pete and Jerry organic egg omelet. Now I went to Whole Foods and I got sweet Italian organic sausage. And so I'm going to be having 3.3 ounces of the organic sausage. I will be baking that up slowly so it doesn't get dried out soon. And into the 2 egg omelet is going 2 tablespoons, 1 ounce, 30 grams of Organic Valley cream cheese and 1.5 ounces, which is 42 grams, of goat milk pepper jack cheese. That's what's going into the omelet with the sausage on the side and then the abbreviated salad. And what I'm having today with the abbreviated salad is, where are we today? I am having 50 grams of baby butter lettuce, and I am having 1 tablespoon of the macadamia nut oil on it, no cottage cheese. And so I will be having that. I have 1 meal a day. It's between 2:30 and 3:30, and it satiates me. I have 2 coffees, both with 1 tablespoon of butter or ghee. One is butter, the other one's ghee, and then 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream in it. And I have those 2 things throughout the day. I got up today at 4 a.m. and So I'm working on my first latte thing. It's about 20 ounces of coffee, but it's just the one Keurig Vitacup Genius blend with the 30 grams of heavy whipping cream. So I'll work on that now. Then I will have a second one at around 9 or 10. And then, as I said, we have our one meal a day between 2:30 and 3:30. And it all just works. But keeping it simple. Now, this is just, I mean, to me, that's fancy because it's an omelet. I've definitely cut down on my veggies, and hence the 50 grams of the baby butter lettuce. It's the organic girl that I get at Whole Foods. And today is Wednesday as I record this, and it's when Whole Foods has their sale with their Prime and their sale, and all coordinated. And you can save money off of what's on sale by using your little Prime attached Amazon number. And so I'll do that, and that'll be fun. So it's very, very simple. I don't mess around. I don't try to get fancy. And that keeps my head very calm, because simplified is doing something simply brings on clarity. And once you have that gift of clarity, you can't go back. You're not going to be standing over your plate like it's, an entrant in a contest for Gourmet magazine. You can make it real pretty, but you don't have to get too fancy with some of this and some of that, and just, diving into that world of complication. Simple is best. You can taste the foods. There's nothing like grass-fed burger sautéed up in a little bit of coconut oil with the side salad. I'm telling you, I just get a lot of satisfaction and satiety from keeping it simple and not messing up. And that's how I stay consistent to my program. So today with the omelet, it's, to me, that's veering off from the pork chop, the burger, the steak, the filet, things like that. But it's fun, it's simple. And then I shaved my salad a little bit, so I kept my macros where they are. I like the 3.9 total carbs. To me, staying under 5 carbs works for me, the old lady with the old metabolism. And I don't know what works for you. If you're my client, I try to keep you at 15 total carbs and see how we do. And then work with the protein and the fats, it just works. And it makes me happy. It makes me satiated. It makes me content. And it makes me, have energy to do these videos every day and try to just change them up a little bit. But think about the simplicity and the clarity in your life. Have you gotten both of those as gifts, non-scale victories in your journey? Are you doing things today that keep it so simple you don't even realize that you simplified over the last few months of your keto? It just works. It's very good for this. Thank you so much for watching. If you need that one-on-one, that drill sergeant, ketocoachingsarah.com, ketocoachingsarah.com. I offer email packages, phone packages, and phone email with chronometer packages. It's simple. It's probably the cheapest game in town, and I'm on you on your chronometer. If you don't like something like that in your life and you don't feel you need that, then you don't need that. But if you do need that tightening up, I'm here for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.